People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Now, people, it is official. We are speaking about Montego Bay. We are talking about St. James. We are talking about, it seems like it is the most thugged out. We are speaking about fully done. It has the most fully done bad aiming. We are speaking about GUNNEN in all of Jamaica. And people, the other day, it was a next perfect example. Now, based on the information, it is that a Hanover preacher / justice of the peace pick up some tack when he was sitting in a restaurant. We are speaking about a Burger King. We are speaking about in Westgate Plaza. We are speaking about Montego Bay. The report stated that the justice of the peace pick up a can after a security guard and a next man, we are speaking about a customer, went into some sort of altercation or dispute after the security guard told the man that he could not stay in the building because he wasn't obeying. We are speaking about the social distancing order. In other words, he was trying to skip the line. So therefore, him kind of get in him feelings and kind of rush the security guard. And after he rushed the security guard start take out some lick pan him. We are talking about with the button. So after he realized that the security guard was getting the upper hand on him, it seems like he fled in embarrassment. However, he would later return, and people, when he returned with a friend and make him friend basically park down the road or down the street, and he decided that he is going to roll up on the security guard. However, he did not have the guts, he did not have the BALLS, he did not have the intestinal fortitude to basically face the security guard. So what he did, he stayed from a distance and started to blaze up some can. However, after he started to blaze up the can, the security guard realized that his life was in danger and him started to skip and hop and jump and take for himself. However, we are talking about the preacher, we are speaking about the justice of the peace, him pick up attack. The report also stated that the justice of the peace did an emergency surgery and he is now in stable condition. Now, people, when we list the stuff like this, the first thing that comes to mind is this. These people that want to be gangsters, they want to be some wanksters, they are always acting bad. And the first thing, whenever them and anybody get in any sort of problem, they cannot defend themselves. Them have to basically fled the scene and return. We are speaking about with a toll. So people, that shows you that most of these persons, they are a set of cowards. Unless them have a toll, they don't feel powerful. Unless them have a toll, they don't feel bad. So therefore, it tells you that they are a set of PUNKS. And the next thing that came to mind is this. After you get beat up, you flee the scene. Now, people, this is not a fact, and I don't have evidence to substantiate these claims. However, it seems like after this man run go home and basically seek some sort of assistance, him friend them see him and say, brother, I want your eye out so black and blue. How you have so much cocoa in your head? So people, you know that he was embarrassed. So people, you know that he wanted to seek revenge. So therefore, he left with a next friend in a car and basically roll up and pull up on the security guard. We are speaking about at Westgate Plaza and basically start to blaze up some wildfire, and after the SMOKE clear, we are speaking about he hit the wrong person. He did not get the target. So therefore, we are speaking about one double. We are speaking about for the security guard, and we are also speaking about two L's. We are speaking about for this wankster. Point blank and period. Now, people, what is so disturbing about this whole thing is that after the whole incident, somebody actually followed him. We are speaking about our next DUMBASS friend that actually thought that it was a good idea for two of them to roll up on one security guard, and people, them still did not get the target. And people, I am not saying that they should have basically take out this man or basically can him up. But just as I say, we are speaking about a setup JACKASSES. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. Now, before I move to the next part of my video, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. One word. Don't put any space between the words. And also, I will be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. And also, subscribe to this channel where I'm speaking about true Jamaica buzz. And when you subscribe, please press the notification bell or icon. And also press all in the option. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news is that we saw that the Rosemont PUM station, we are speaking about in St. Catherine, we are speaking about Linstead to be specific. They charged 2 men, we are speaking about for robbery with aggravation, illegal possession of a firepiece, and also ammunition. And the persons that were charged, we are speaking about 29-year-old Brian Dean, and he is said to be a bar operator, and he is from that same parish. And also we're speaking about 36-year-old O'Neill Argem, and he is said to be a mason, and he is from east side we're speaking about in Linstead. Now, based on the information, it is said that this incident occurred on the 15th of April 2020, in which 4 men were speaking about armed, basically jack up a man in a car and held them at GUN point and basically take away the car. However, their bad luck was that the Pope was on the scene and basically saw everything as it took place. And basically there was a chase and the man them take with themselves in the car. However, they were intercepted by the Pope, and it was said that these 2 men were caught in the car. We are talking about red-handed. We are speaking about with their hands in the cookie jar. Now, people, this is a next perfect example of how desperate we are speaking about DUMB. These criminals are. We are speaking about these new millennials. It seems like nobody wants to work and everybody wants things the easy way. However, we see that the Popo is throwing a monkey wrench in them program, because we see of lately a lot of them have been getting arrested and convicted. And we have to give credit where credit is due, because the Popo, they have been putting in the work. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that a 38-year-old, we are speaking about a backroad worker. And people, when I talk about a backroad worker, I am speaking about a person that renders service of her PUMs over the counter. You know exactly what I am talking about. So basically what this lady is saying or complaining about is that after the Big C, or since the Big C basically take effect, we are speaking about in Jamaica, and after all of the curfews, rete, lele, blue, blah, bling, business basically became slow. We are speaking about it came to a standstill. We are speaking about nothing and go on. And based on what she is saying, she usually makes between $10,000 and $15,000 we are speaking about per week, and she said that she was able to basically live a basically decent life, and she also has 4 kids. So now that things kind of slow, we are speaking about total sufferation, because people like them say, if you don't have education, and even persons with a job and with education, they are now balling. So the point that this lady is trying to make is that it seems like everybody is now balling on a budget. We are talking about all of the cheating men. It seems like they are staying home with wifey, rete, lele, blue, blah, bling. And it seems like the PUMs is no longer a priority. It is on the bottom of the scale as it pertains to priority. So I am speaking about the least likely thing that is going to get sold or bought. So people, this lady has said she don't know what she is going to do, because unless something changes, we are speaking about drastically, we are speaking about sufferation. And she also said that a lot of the ladies, we are speaking about the person that used to work in the massage parlor and also in the script clubs, they are also suffering, they are also crying. So people, the moral of the story is that if you don't have a decent job, whenever the Big C kind of strike, you are going to be the first to be impacted. We are speaking about sufferation, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that one more of the prisoner that escaped from Maypen. We are speaking about Clarendon lockup. We are speaking about on Thursday he was recaptured, and we are speaking about a person whose name is Javilani Dyer, or Jabilani Dyer, and he is said to be 25-year-old, and basically he was wanted, or he was locked up for possession of a firearm and also ammunition. And based on the information from the Popo, and I am speaking specifically about a person whose name is SSP Glenford Miller, he said that Mr. Dyer was captured at about 3:45 during a Popo operation in a place called Treadlight District. And based on the information, it is said that 4 of the 5 escapees are now back in custody. And the only person that is on the run, we are speaking about an 18-year-old boy, and his name is Colin Bailey. So the moral of the story is this: as it pertains to these people taking with themselves from the big yard, we see that the PUM has been very effective whenever they put their minds and effort in it. Because we saw that at Huntsville, we had talked about 8 of them left and 6 were captured and 1 got taken away. And I think that only 1 is on the run. And in this case, we had talked about 5, and we see 4 of them are back in the custody of the PUM. So people, the point that I am trying to make is that we see that whenever the PUM put in the effort, they usually get the successful result. So therefore, we want to see them treat every case just like this one, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like I say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.